Hey guys, Pete for Two Wheels here, and we are back from the Dawn to Dusk 24-hour enduro. It didn't go as well as expected. However, my performance wasn't that bad. Anyway, I just want to roll through some things on the bike that worked well and that worked, well, nothing didn't work well. But anyway, let's roll through some stuff on the bike. Anyway, roll the brief intro. Hey guys, Pete from Two Wheels here, and yeah, so we set off on the start line, and bike, I'm not used to 4 strokes. I'm used to 2 strokes. So I was giving it gas and it wouldn't start. That's my fault. I was last off the line, I think 18th position, and then within I think 5 laps, you can look at my record number, what is it now? Number 70 in the over 50s class. I was up into 1st position, which is not bad going considering. And yeah, and then I had issues with the rear caliper season on. That took a lot of time out, guys. I had to fix that track side and everything else like that, so I was going through a lot of shit. Got the bike going on the caliper, that was all working, and then we set off and we were consistent, and then I had another issue and I had to pit, and then that took 1 hour, and then we were back out again from 8th, I think, then we went to 4th, then we went to 2nd position. Anyway, enough of that. At 6:30 in the morning, I was flying, I was enjoying myself, I was having fun after 11.5 hours of riding just for fuel, and I had a massive get off, and my shoulder is, yeah, so massive crash on my shoulder. I made the decision then to pull out. Only reason, guys, is that I'm self-employed, and if I injured it anymore, I might not be able to work. So I had to make that decision, and it was a sensible decision. However, I did finish 8th overall. I don't even have to ride for 12 hours after that. There's always next year, and there will be next year. Anyway, the point being is, let's look at what the bike looked like. Okay, so look at these graphics, guys. I'm just going to swipe my camera up. My camera is playing buggers. Here we go. But look at these graphics. These are hot. These are stood up really well. These are from Sam SMX. Thank you, guys from Enduro World, for letting me ride the track and training for this. Hopefully they'll let me do the same for the Valleys Extreme, which is going to be next event. Anyway, graphics stood up amazing. Considering I had a massive get off, and these graphics went through hell. If anyone's been on Walters Arena, they know what it's like. Yeah, the bike itself, when I got going, this 350 is a 2016, guys, and don't be afraid to buy 2016 bikes. Everyone goes, oh yeah, but the 2023 is so much lighter. When you got 20 kilos of shit on the bike, it makes no difference, guys. Very reliable bike with a kickstart. Really happy with it. Excuse me. Pui's tyres, thank you to Pui's tyres. These are the Extreme, and these gripped, guys. And in here we had the moose balls, and everything was fantastic. It, you know, we had nice, look at that. Yeah, we had super grip. There was no issue at any time with grip. These Pui tyres, I'm sticking with them. They're fantastic. And also the moose balls, I got my inserts in there. Remember, I drilled them. I'm sticking with those inserts for now. And when I go extreme, I just take the inserts out where I drilled them, and we can give them lower PSI on those moose balls, but fantastic on the moose balls. We have the Motos pegs, which are so sharp that they kept cutting my legs when I moved them up the van. These guys, if you want a decent set of pegs, just go and get a set of Motos pegs. Forget about the rest. Go to Sam, speak to him, get some Motos, and they're fantastic. I have to big shout out for motos for the headlight. Now, I did run a head torch, which was very expensive. 3 years ago I bought that for the Dawn to Dusk 24 hour, and the battery failed on it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to see. No. And the problem was the dirt. If you cleaned this light from motos, it was clear as day, yeah. And with the SMX lights on here, which are not expensive, guys, yeah, this gave me peripheral on the left and right, and this gave me serious lighting. In fact, as soon as I cleaned the lighting, it was like daylight. The only thing is, when I had peripheral lighting on, I thought, oh, someone's behind me. I was like, fuck, someone's behind me. No, it wasn't. It was just my peripheral lights. But there were mirrors. I actually did not need a headlight, which is great. Big shout out to Molecule. So I had this in the big crash. These are not wraparound, guys. Just have a look at that. These are not the super thick ones. These are more flexible ones, which I chose for a reason, because I want flexibility. And I had a massive get off, and the only thing I had to adjust was actually my brake lever, yeah, which got caught up. These survived the task, so really great on them. Again, Pluey's GP front tyre. The front tyre still looks like new, yeah, and the graphics are looking great as well. This is a good test of, you know, if you're going to ride, it's a good test. The back tyre is, this back tyre is good for another, I think, another about 4 or 5 trail rides, and that's 11.5 hours on that tyre. 11.5 hours riding, yeah. Pizza and wheels. Chain, I think it's, I forget what it is. It's a 46. Speak to Sam on that, because this chain for 11.5 hours did not need adjusting. Now it does. Absolutely needs adjusting. But for 11.5 hours, that was rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, everything worked perfectly. The lights are still working. Let's have a look. Yeah, check them out. Yeah. On there. Oh, guys, it was, if you're going to do a 24-hour race, expect highs and lows, emotionally and everything else like that. It was my fault on the rear caliper. That sent me back, but that's, guys, that's racing. That is racing. But I did make it up, and I proved my point. I got to first position at one point, from literally the last off the line, which was 18th. But I would recommend, if you're going to do a 24-hour Dawn to Dusk, I do recommend having a 4-stroke. It might sound wrong, but it does make life a bit easier for you. However, you're still going to get carpal tunnel syndrome. You're going to get stuff going on in your hands. Yeah, you're not going to feel great afterwards. But I wish I could have carried on, but it just wasn't. Risk worth reward. That's what it's all about. Risk worth reward. And to me, it wasn't worth carrying on. Just the fact that I was so injured, I couldn't even lift my arm up from my left shoulder. I can now. And yeah, anything else to mention? Yeah, we got this Psychic, I think it is, rear brake here from Sam SMX. That was great, super grippy. Yep. And oh yeah, the ODI, what are these? ODI, what now? The ODI Rebel or whatever they are. Anyway, Sam sells these. These took the vibrations out. They're super soft, yeah. And these took the vibrations out my hands. ODI Rogue, that's it. ODI Rogue, yeah. These took the vibrations out my hands and made it comfortable to ride. And I don't use wraps now. I just use these end grips, end stoppers from Sam SMX. So yeah, it was a it wasn't the best of my performance. I want the podium position, but that's racing, guys. But I did when I got off that line, they put the ticker tape in front of my bike, saying, you can't go, you can't go. I went, I'm in that group, I'm in that group. They went, okay, you can go. So I was literally last off the line. So I just rode like a demon, and I was like stalling at the time. I was like, why am I stalling? Why am I stalling? It was a back brake had seized on, and that was causing me to stall. And then it literally locked up, and I just like, the back wheel was totally seized, so I had to fix that twice trackside, and still managed to move into first position. So not a bad result. Anyway, out for P2 wheels. We're going to do loads of trail riding next, and yeah, so nice to have a 354 stroke and the Beta 2-stroke. They're two different bikes. This 2-stroke v 4-stroke thing, I think it's just like horses for courses. A 4-stroke works well in some conditions. A 2-stroke, I'll never take this bike to Turkey, which I'm doing again next year, and Serbia. It's just not the right bike for it. I'll take the X-Trainer 2-stroke, horses for courses. So each bike has its own merits. Anyway, hope you guys all well. Keep like and subscribe, and thanks to everybody supporting me in this race. Thanks guys. Bye from P2 Wheels.